Hi, welcome to another episode of Steve's Toy Box. I'm Steve, and that's my toy box. Alright, now before we get down to showing you what I have for sale this week, I have a few official things to get out of the way first. Alright, now first of all these things are going to be going up for sale on eBay, and my eBay username is 80MSTEAM. That is 80MSTEAM. Payment is by PayPal only, and payment is due within 5 days. If you have 0 feedback, go bid on someone else's stuff. If you have feedback between 1 and 10, email me first so I know you're a real person. Other than that, happy bidding. Alright, so we don't really have toys or figures per se up for sale this week, but I do have some gaming stuff that could be considered figures. Alright, so if you're anyone who's anyone that likes anything that I'm interested in, then you've probably already gone to the theaters and seen Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is a really awesome movie. Now, if you were expecting a lot of story or character development or anything, you obviously went to the wrong movie. And if you're complaining that the movie doesn't have any of those things, then did you even watch the movie preview? The movie is about giant robots beating up giant monsters, and that's exactly what we got. You got exactly what you should have expected. Now, there is a HeroClix game for Pacific Rim, but there's not an actual miniatures-based game for Pacific Rim. But Pacific Rim was very much inspired by another game called Monsterpocalypse. Alright, now Monsterpocalypse is brought to you by the people at Privateer Press. Privateer Press are the same people that brought you War Machine and Hordes, and one of the games that they used to do was called Monsterpocalypse. Now, I've talked about this before in Remington's Ramblings, but I'll just go ahead and repeat it here very quickly. Privateer Press entered into agreements with DreamWorks Pictures to make a Monsterpocalypse movie, but then Pacific Rim was announced. And since Monsterpocalypse and Pacific Rim are, they're giant robots or monsters fighting other giant robots or monsters, so they wanted to see how Pacific Rim would do before they went ahead and made the movie. Now, one of the things that was in the contract with DreamWorks and Privateer Press is that until the movie Monsterpocalypse got made, they couldn't produce any more miniatures for the Monsterpocalypse game. So Monsterpocalypse was pretty much put on an indefinite hold. But there are still a lot of really die-hard people that play Monsterpocalypse. I myself have 2 Monsterpocalypse armies. I have Guard and Martian Menace. There are several different factions in Monsterpocalypse. And I've got basically the monsters that will let you start an army. What you do is you have larger monsters that are about yay big, and they have 2 modes, a regular mode and a powered up mode. And once you collect enough power, you can go into a powered up mode, which gives you extra abilities. Then you have a bunch of little units on the board that you move around, and you can attack with those as well. But I just have the monsters for sale. Alright, so I have monsters from several different factions. And so I'm just going to be pulling these out. All of these things are sold blind boxed, but all of them have been opened. So you will get to see exactly, what is up for sale. The first one up is from Series 1, Rise. And these ones are monsters from... Boy, I wish I could remember this faction name. But they're the faction that has... giant ninjas. They basically have, they're a Japanese corporation. The Shadow Sun Syndicate. That's the faction, Shadow Sun Syndicate. And basically, they genetically engineered these super soldiers who they then trained as ninjas, and they can increase their size, so they can be these giant guys. So, here, this one is Zor Raiden. This is his regular mode. I know he's in a plastic bag. A little hard to see, but it is brand spanking new. And here's his powered up mode, and you can see it's cast all in clear. Ultra Zor Raiden, and he has extra abilities that this regular version does not. Alright, so if you're interested, Zor Raiden and Ultra Zor Raiden will be going up for sale on eBay, starting out at 99 cents. All right. Okay, the rest of these came out in the series I Chomp New York, or I Love New York. All right, let's take a look. This one is from the faction Planet Eaters. All right. All right, so we have Zorog, which is this big guy that has like crab claws and stuff, and then his, the Ultra Zorog, which is the same guy, just cast in a clear red. Again with powered up abilities. All right. All right. Next up, we have from the Pterosaurs faction, Pterodax, which is a giant, like, pterodactyl kind of monster. Alright, and then Ultra Pterodax, cast in clear green. Alright. And the interesting thing about these guys is it's difficult to show up on camera, but around the edges they have these little symbols. And the symbols are basically this monster's stats. And when you transform into your powered up form, the stats change. They get better, they get higher, they get extra abilities. So you can really wreck face with your powered up monster. Next up, we have from the faction Martian Menace, Tharsis 5. Tharsis 5. I've got this guy already, so this is a duplicate. Really interesting one, too. Okay, so here's regular Tharsis 5. All the Martians are cast in clear green with silver accents and highlights. So it's basically, they have like this clear green body with like silver armor. And then the Ultra Tharsis 5 is cast in just clear green. Again, with powered up abilities. Next, we have from, again, the Martian Menace. Looks like Tharsis 5 again. Alright. Well, if someone doesn't, win the first one, then the second one is available. So, I have 2 sets of Tharsis 5. Next, let's take a quick look. We have another Pterodax. So, you saw Pterodax before. Green Pterodactyl. And then Ultra Pterodax. Clear green Pterodactyl. And lastly, from these sets, we have from the Shadow Sun Syndicate, Zor Voltus. Alright, so here's your regular Zor Voltus. He's standing here with his twin blades. And then we have Ultra Zor Voltus, cast in clear blue. Alright, awesome. Not only that, but there are different forms of the powered up monsters. You can have an Ultra of the monster, or you can choose to go with Mega. And if you were very, very fortunate to get something in a blind boxed package, you could have gotten Quantum, but Quantums are extremely rare. I wish I could have a Quantum. But they did release a limited series exclusive pack of Mega monsters that have different abilities than the Ultra monsters. Alright. I have 3 here. 3 have already gone to my army and a friend's army, and then the other 3 are here. So, being sold in a set This is Mega Zorog, okay? It's cast in a clear red that transitions from clear orange to clear yellow and has even better abilities. And as you've already seen, here are the regular versions, the regular Zorog and the Mega Zorog, okay? So all three of these will be sold in a set together. So you can get regular, ultra, and the rare Mega figure, okay? And if you are looking for some other Mega figures, there are these available. Alright, now they won't be sold together. They will be sold separately. But there is the Mega figure of Mega Morgoth from the faction Lords of Cthulhu, if you're a Call of Cthulhu fan. Or this other one, Mega Rakadon from the faction Pterosaurs. Alright, so these will be available. Anyhow, that is all I have for sale this week. Once again, my eBay username is 80MSTeam. That is 80MSTEAM. Description and links will be down below. Go ahead and check them out. That's all I have here this time, and I'm signing out.